but was I the asshole here?
Oh, okay. This actually hits very close to home and fits right into something that I care very much about. It might piss people off. I love dogs. I love animals.
Yes.
I'm terrified of most non-house trained animals, domesticated animals.
Rats, raccoons,
but I like them. But
possums.
I like them.
Got it.
I think they're cool.
Love dogs.
Love dogs. Fuck you and your dog in public, dude. I don't care. Stop it. It's brother to brother. Brothers, two brothers hanging and dog in a mouse tub. You got another segment you wanted to bring up today.
I'm going to call it Judge John. Okay? This is Judge John.
Am I the judge?
You're the judge. You're the only John in the room. Okay, so are you familiar with the Am I the Asshole Reddit page?
I'm mildly, yeah. But
all right, so my wife is all in on this.
Okay.
All right. And so I admittedly am not an expert on this, but my wife reads all the time. Anybody out there, if you read the Am I the Asshole and you come across something interesting, put the link in the comments. We'll find it and John's going to judge it. Okay. I was shopping at Lowe's closest to me. I'm attempting a DIY plumbing repair and was looking for some items I needed. I started out alone in the aisle and I was focused on finding a part I needed that I didn't notice the yellow lab and owner enter the aisle. The dog sniffed me and I jumped a mile high. I was spooked AF. I turned to the owner and I say, "What the hell?" He tells me, "You'll be all right." I'm normally a very calm person, but that set me off. I told him that decision is not for you to make. I went off on the guy. He has the audacity to tell me if I don't like dogs, don't go to Lowe's. He says, "You know Lowe's is dog friendly, right? That means you are okay with dogs." The dog was being a dog. Sniffing never harmed anyone. He ends with, "You are just being an asshole." I tell the dude to fuck off. I got my shit, complained to the staff, and left. But was I the asshole here?
Oh, okay. This actually hits very close to home and fits right into something that I care very much about. It might piss people off. I love dogs. I love animals.
Yes.
I'm terrified of most non-house trained animals, domesticated animals.
Rats, raccoons,
but I like them. But
possums.
I like them.
Got it.
I think they're cool.
Love dogs.
Love dogs. Fuck you and your dog in public, dude. I don't care. Stop it. Stop bringing them to bars. Stop taking them in stores. First of all, like, we live in a society that everybody's supposed to care about how everybody else feels. And a lot of times, the person with the dog, they're usually people that are championing all this like behavior, like, oh, we have to make sure everybody feels very comfortable. But I don't care if it's a lab or it doesn't matter. Somebody might be uncomfortable with your dog in there. Put your fucking dog in the car, roll the windows up.
All the way.
No, I'm kidding. Like, they're not people. And like, people do the fake service animal thing, and it's like, that's not a freaking service animal. That dog has no skills. But it really bothers me. It bothers me. So I would go to this local bar, and you're there, and then all of a sudden you sit, and there's just a dog like licking your leg or something. You're like, dude, come on! I'm just trying to sit here and find a lonely woman who I can dupe into having sex with me.
What if she has a dog?
Well, then that's different.
It's
no, but I really don't.
Hot
I
woman
really,
with a dog.
I think the guy with the dog's a dick.
Okay, so you say this person is not the asshole.
Right.
There's a couple things in this that the way they wrote it make them feel like an asshole just because of how they wrote it.
No, I'm not saying that they aren't an asshole.
In this situation.
Asshole.
In this situation.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
dig deep.
I was shopping at the Lowe's closest to me. That bothers me. We don't need to know. Of course, it doesn't matter. Was there another Lowe's further away in the city you don't specify?
Yeah, an erroneous detail.
Yeah, it's I'm attempting a DIY plumbing project. We don't need to know that either. You just need to tell me you're at Lowe's.
I was at Lowe's.
Yeah, that's all that was needed there. I do think that my favorite line, though, in the whole thing is, Lowe's is dog friendly. That means you're okay with dogs.
First of all, I didn't know that Lowe's was dog friendly.
I saw this either. Okay, so this is one person's response, all right? This is Hospitable Fox's response. The dog owner could have been more diplomatic, I suppose. Slight asshole for him.
A slight asshole.
Slight. Overall, definitely you're the asshole. Especially the complain to staff about another random customer. You're why people hate working in customer service.
Fuck that guy. It's not a random customer once you have an interaction with them. So then it becomes a person.
All right. So the original poster, you say, not the asshole. Hospitable Fox, his response definitely makes Hospitable Fox an asshole.
Hospitable Fox is an idiot.
Is an idiot.
Yeah, because like the truth is, yeah, it's the dog scared the guy. The dog owner should be like, oh, dude, I'm so
not dismissively. Like, you'll be all right.
Yeah, let me pay for those wing nuts.
Right. I don't know your dog. All right. Not
like, what if that guy got attacked by a dog when he was 7?
Okay, so then another person just wrote, Complex Box just wrote this. You are an asshole, but you'll be all right.
That's true. You'll survive. You'll survive.
My favorite comment of the whole thing is they had removed their Reddit membership. So this is what they put. Not the asshole for being startled and annoyed. Just because a store is dog friendly does not mean the owner should not control their dogs. I would, however, refrain from going off on people. It sounds like maybe you have escalated the situation. And that's just a person that's thinking rightly.
You think that that's the best advice?
I think not. There was no reason to escalate the situation other than going, oh my God, your dog scared the shit out of me. And the other guy goes, dude, I'm really sorry. He's very friendly. I'm really sorry about that. And that's it.
But in the writing, he didn't say the guy apologized.
No, he didn't. He did not.
That's the information I would really need.
Well, we only get the one side. Maybe the guy did apologize.
I think that I really believe this, and if you're willing to do this, it's fine. I believe the simple act of bringing your dog inside.
Okay.
I remember being in like a really nice clothing store, and a guy had a German Shepherd, the heavily shedding dogs, and they're just walking their German Shepherd around. The German Shepherd's brushing up against clothes, ruining all of their... It's like, dude, like, it's not a person. Go get some real friends. You know?
Yep.
Recently, though, I've moved away from needing everything to be super spicy for some reason. I don't really know what that's from, but like there was years where I was like I couldn't taste unless it was so hot.
Moving back to Bakersfield has just made you whiter again?
Well, it's made me just
mayonnaise.
Just slowly turning into
just back to being a regular old middle-aged white guy.
Just turning into mayo, dude. It's it doesn't matter where you grow up. Once you hit 45, you're just a white guy.
Just a white guy. I went to New Orleans with my wife a couple of years ago, and they have this place called Dat Dog, D-A-T Dog, Dat Dog.
Dat Dog.
And you can go in. It's this great hot dog place on Frenchman Street, right off the French Quarter. And when you go in, you can order anything, all kinds of toppings, but then there's also the chef's choice.
Right.
And they look at you. The chef comes out. And they call him the chef too. It's a hot dog place.
Yeah, but he's making up concoctions.
That's exactly what's happening. So chef comes out, looks me up and down because I was on a chef choice. We go sit down. Erin, my wife, she gets her hot dog exactly how she ordered it. I get my hot dog. It's just mayo on a hot dog. I was like,
that's amazing. These are the only things allowed on a hot dog.
Okay.
Mustard,
yes.
Onions
are okay.
Sauerkraut,
bacon.
It's
meat on meat,
but
it's
really,
bacon.
but even that, whatever, and some sort of a chili sauce.
Chili with cheese. No ketchup though.
Ketchup's kind of gross. I haven't even used ketchup with French fries in like years.
Oh, that's interesting.
No, I'm a mustard. Mustard, I think, is
you
my
go mustard
favorite
with
condiment.
Fries?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the deal in New York with going to baseball games and them not having yellow mustard, but always Dijon?
Yeah, the spicy brown is just a big East Coast
It's
thing.
not as good.
It's not. Ooh, that's a hot take
for a
there.
hot dog?
Spicy brown mustard's pretty delicious.
Not compared to yellow mustard
to
on a hot dog.
You're talking French's
just
mustard
a standard
straight up.
French's
It's
yellow
good.
mustard on a hot dog.
To me, the best mustard is the English mustard. What's
Poupon?
No. That's Dijon, which is good. But there's that. What's the Coleman's?
Coleman's mustard. I don't think I've ever had Coleman's.
Mustard has the potential to be like the spiciest food, like the hot. It's freaking hot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love a nice spicy mustard.
So maybe I need to go even spicier.
Yeah, man. Live out loud. You know. You gotta. But yeah, hot dogs. I'm not a big fan of hot dogs.
All beef, or just because it's the hot dog, or
they just don't taste great to me.
You go to the Dodger game. You get a Dodger dog, or
No.
are you overrated? Or properly rated for the Dodgers. This is a hot take because they're in the playoffs right now.
It's rated because so many people like it that it's hard to.
Rated isn't a rating.
Yeah, it is. It means it's on where it's at.
No, rated means like there's a rating, but you didn't rate it.
It's
That would be appropriate.
Underrated, overrated.
Or appropriately rated.
Which is just rated.
No. What's not? That's not.
I'm using the term rated to mean that's just normal. It's right. It's right on the money.
That movie? That movie's rated. Rated what?
No. That's because the question was, is this movie
overrated or underrated or appropriately
just rated?
Okay. So
I'm telling you.
So
I'm starting a thing.
All right,
man.
but its rating is high.
Yeah, I think that it's.
I think the Dodger dog starts at a really high rating.
Some things are great because of the atmosphere in which you experience them.
That's fair.
Like there's, people go to Italy and they go, oh, they're the greatest wine. And so we bought a case and had it shipped back. And then they get home and they open the bottle of wine to their friends. And it's just a normal average bottle of wine. It's because they ate it in, Tuscany
yeah.
and this beautiful, on a vineyard.
Yeah.
And atmosphere does, I think, play into why something is enjoyable or not enjoyable.
Like
so Dodger dogs are great because that's what you do when you go to Dodger Stadium. That's what you do. I don't do that.
You get the helmet with the nachos?
I get a nacho helmet.
That's right. And then wear the helmet the rest of the game.
I get a nacho helmet. I usually like to try to find like there's like different fast food places that sometimes are in these stadiums. So like back east, like in Met Stadium is amazing.
Yeah, Citi Field's awesome.
They have a Shake Shack and they have a Pat LaFrida, which is like a steak place.
Oh, okay.
So I'm more likely to do that than to get like the stadium dog and the stadium burger or the chicken sandwich, chicken fingers or something like that.
Oh, well, all right. Boston. Fenway Park. We go 2 years ago.
Worst food.
Horrible, right?
In a stadium.
Horrible in-stadium food.
It's like worse than fair food.
Fair has options.
Yeah, there's more options at a fair. Something's been bubbling inside of me that I haven't admitted to anyone yet, and I think this is going to be a shocker to people.
Okay.
Is Chick-Fil-A is not very good. In fact, I would say Chick-fil-A is not good at all. It's disgusting.
Which is funny because my oldest son works there.
Yeah, well, I like them because they keep him gainfully employed.
He makes good money.
The chicken is rubbery. There's not any options. Everybody loves the sauces. They're just the same sauces as everywhere else.
Their chicken sauce is you can buy another version of it.
It's just this, why does everybody like it so much? Like, there's no. It's not cheap.
I like their breakfast food. Their spicy chicken biscuit sandwich. The
but
biscuit's delicious.
The problem is you have to eat the chicken part, and it's a chicken place, and the chicken part they're not good at the chicken part. It's horrible. I've never had a Chick-fil-A where I didn't feel like I was eating like a recently slaughtered piece of rubber. It's gross. And then and also there's no sauce on it. It's just they throw like two pickles. It's the laziest chicken sandwich.
You had your own sauce.
It's the laziest. Yeah, they're like you construct this for me. It's freaking gross. I take a bite, I can feel that rubber bouncing around my insides. Just ping-ponging back and forth inside of me. It's disgusting.
This is the Serenity now,
it's
man.
so disgusting.
You got to find your center here.
Yeah, I need to rein it in.
Yeah.
But I've really kept this inside because society tells you you're supposed to like this shit.
It's closed on Sundays.
Well, yeah, that's great. That's the only good day of the week. They're not ruining anybody else's moment. My friend and I always wanted to. We talked about this all the time. What brand we would buy was remember those T-shirts? And we were in high school. No, Big Johnson. Do you remember Big Johnson T-shirts?
No.
You don't remember Big Johnson T-shirts?
Oh, maybe I kind of do.
Big
the
Johnson
name
T-shirts was like okay. The Big Johnson was there's like always a big drawing.
Okay.
And Big Johnson was this kid who like you would be like in a scene, so he'd be like in a classroom or whatever, right? He'd be like up there like writing on the board or something.
Like Bart Simpson?
Yeah, but he always had a giant boner in his pants. Yeah, Google it. Put a picture of Big Johnson. But I was like, oh, that's got to make a comeback. Remember what's the other one? Big Dog.
Big Dog's still around.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd have been a good one to buy.
Well, there's a bunch of big dogs out there.
Oh, you know what brand I'm gonna buy is Chick-fil-A, and then I'm gonna shut it down.
You can. They're franchises. You could definitely buy one and then hire people in order to fire them and close a Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna buy one just to close it. Like I get In-N-Out. In-N-Out's not the best burger, but it's the best value. It's the worst French fry.
They're
it's the best
horrible French
value.
fry.
The only way to save In-N-Out French fries is got to go fry well. That's it. It's so that makes sense. Okay, it is a solid burger. It's a very good burger, but
I don't like their Thousand Island.
It's $7.
I always replace it. Ketchup and mustard instead. Yeah. Every time. I do not like their dressing.
There's just no redeemable qualities
for Chick-Fil-A.
To Chick-Fil-A. Yeah. McDonald's McChicken crushes Chick-Fil-A. And that's like $1.30 or whatever it is. Well, maybe 1980, but it's like $2. Popeye's great. But KFC just they do chicken right. There's 37 herbs and spices.
All right, this is a what would I be the asshole? But they want to know. If I did
this, would I be the jerk?
Yes, that's right.
I got it.
Okay. So what draws my attention to this is the question: if I told my roommate that he absolutely should not be using Magnum condoms,
would you be an asshole if you bring that up?
Yeah. First thoughts. No context.
Well, my first thing that comes to mind is, how do you know?
Right. 3 weeks ago, my roommate had sex with a girl, and the aftermath was a nightmare. Mm-hmm. He got a text from her. There's 2 exclamation marks after the word two. 2 full days afterwards saying she had just peed out a condom. Oh. And it was super sus that he didn't tell her that it came off during sex. My roommate claims he was unaware that it came off, blaming it on his tipsy state at the time that the sex occurred. My roommate is not lying. I've known him for many moons and truly believe the condom fell off unintentionally, and he was truly unaware. That's not the point. When he told me what happened, I have no idea what kind of condoms he used. I don't give a shit. It's none of my business until yesterday. Yesterday, we went to the corner store together and bought some condoms, Magnum condoms. Now, this guy's 5'8", and I've seen him in undies 100 times. He ain't packing that kind of heat. I had an epiphany when he showed me the Magnums. I realized the condom fell off because there's no fucking way he's big enough to be wearing it. Should he mention this to his friend?
Well, first of all,
what a scenario.
I've lost one or two condoms in my day while in the field. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
Do you mention it?
I think if you've seen your room, okay. Let's go back a little bit. Let's tell you about roommates.
All right, Judge John. Roommates.
I lived with my sister in New York and another roommate. She went somewhere on like an Eat, Pray, Love retreat for like 6 weeks, and she got a sublet.
Okay.
That was in the house. So there's 3 rooms, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a living room. That's it. 3-bedroom. He was in my house for 6 weeks. I never saw him one single time.
Do you know his name?
Nope. A person was I lived with the person for 6 weeks and had zero interaction with them. They could be sitting next. I would have no idea. I never saw them. I never spoke. Nothing. I had zero interaction. That's roommates. Seeing your roommates hundreds of times in their underwear is freaking weird.
Okay.
It's super weird. Yeah. And there's this. I don't know about the other. I don't know about the seer, but the guy with the condoms is not gay.
Right. Yeah. No.
Why are we in situations where
just kind of picking?
Yeah, I think the other guy's got a problem. He's a little looky-loo.
Right.
It's a little creepy. But to assume if you've seen somebody hundreds of times in their underwear, you're pretty close.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And if you're close, say whatever the fuck you want.
That's a good point.
I don't care about hurting my best friend's feelings.
If
he's my best friend,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll tell me like people that love you, that really love you, will tell you the worst things about you, and it's fine.
Do you think the person that posted this is the asshole for not feeling comfortable enough to say anything, even though they've seen him in their underwear hundreds of times?
Is he an asshole? I don't know if he's an asshole, but this person is an asshole. But I think that the real thing is just one, you're not friends if you can't say anything,
right?
Because it's simple. Like, hey man, Magnum condoms? Didn't you just lose one inside of somebody? Why don't we pare down a little bit?
Right. The posts on this are pretty interesting. So angry homophone, angry homophone.
I think it's homophone.
The problem I see is that you never actually been there when he's erect.
Yeah, you got to get in a real hard situation.
Yeah, so this is a
dude.
woman. My husband's 5'8" too, and there's an absolute monster in his pants.
Yeah, I
I
don't
like
think
that people just anonymously will tell you the truth.
Well, yeah. Also, here's the deal. No, this is in my experience. If somebody's got a real hammer down there, they're telling people. When you're pushing pipe, dude, you're not just keeping that little secret to yourself, dude.
This person said normal condoms end sex early for us because they are basically pinching off his boner. Before the kid and the snip, we had to special order condoms.
Yeah, but I think that's completely lie because pinching off your boner at the shaft is just a cock ring.
So you hold, yeah, that's probably
And
true.
that actually should make it better.
So what this person?
So I've been told.
So in this case, her husband is actually turned off, most likely.
Well, here's the thing about condoms. Allegedly, because it's been a while since I've worn one, and by a while I mean probably 15 years. Back when I wore condoms, you know, like they were like fashioned out of
It was like
the condoms I wore were fashioned out of Chick-Fil-A chicken. That's how thick the rubber
Rubbers.
was. That's how thick the rubber was.
Seasoned for her pleasure.
All right. It's brother to brother. Brothers, two brothers hanging and talking about stuff.
Yeah.